We're a little late to the party this week, but we're finally sitting down to watch Barbie. You've landed on Frame Rate Studios, where we like to talk all things movies.
I'm Corey, and over here, this is my partner. He was the stunt double for the boulder in Indiana Jones.
Wait for it.
Hey,
Let's jump into it.
Wait a second.
There it is.
See, I thought you were gonna say I was the Alan to your Ken. I mean, that's what I thought you were gonna say for me. But,
I guess so.
So yeah, this one was high on our list to want to watch because we knew there'd been a lot of, let's say,
blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
One, and also given the massive success it had been in the box office. I hadn't watched it at all yet. I went in pretty much blind, sight unseen, so on and so forth.
Blind. I went in. I did plenty of reading from other critics, which
Been mired in controversy.
So yeah, as I already discussed, and I think everybody's fully aware, it got a lot of press before it came out and a lot of press when it was out. And like I said earlier, it did a lot at the box office. And for me, I can see why. I had a good time. I had a lot of fun with this. For me, it was a lot like going to the Super Mario Brothers movie, in that, not in the same way, obviously, but I bring that up to say it has so many Easter eggs in it, so many nods to all of the history of Barbie and everything, which I found absolutely hilarious. And I thought it was overall very well done.
Well, yes, but
not everything needs to be 2 hours long.
Oh,
this
gotcha.
was a Saturday Night Live skit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Same jokes over and
over.
I just got to a point where I was having a hard time laughing at it because it was just, okay, were some of the people correct on saying that this was a heavy feminist movie?
Yeah, oh yeah, yes. But
I'm sorry, that's the least of my concerns about it. My God, this was just, there's no characters that you really start to care for because every one of them is stupid. You don't have any real...
Yeah, okay, I want to back up for a sec, because I connected with both the two main characters, which are the main Barbie and main Ken. Stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie, and Ryan Gosling as Ken. Will completely agree that this was done in a way that was over the top.
It was.
The problem I had with it most was actually probably the Will Ferrell parts. It was just overdone. It went on too long. Like when she ends up back in the real world and is in Mattel and they're chasing them around through the cubes and everything. And it ruined kind of the pace of the story and kind of took you out of it a little bit because it went a little too goofy.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly it. It just went on with a lot of these punchlines and everything, and you have to explain every single one of your jokes.
I've started to get all these weirdo feelings, like I have fear with no specific object. What is that?
It's anxiety.
I mean, I like the one little scene that they did keep in that I thought was really cool. I mean, because they were wanting to cut it, the studio wanted to cut it, but Greta said, "Nope, we're keeping it," and that was sitting on the bus bench.
Oh,
and
okay.
Barbie says to the older woman,
You're so beautiful.
and I thought that was a very nice, hey, let's acknowledge that you don't have to be young.
Right.
And, there's a lot of good messages in it.
Absolutely.
A lot of good messages.
Absolutely.
And at the end, I think that's the sad part is you don't see character growth until the very end. The last 10 minutes or so.
I felt there was more character growth throughout than you. I will say that that a lot of it happened there in like the last 15 minutes of the movie. I wouldn't disagree. There are parts, and where I'll lead into that with is you kind of have to go in knowing that this is a bit like a musical / stage play, sort of in the way it's done and even in its production values, which actually is cool in the way it does it. And then it's like you see the sets lift up and you see certain things like that are cool about it. But the part where some of the stuff of it being like a musical, if you really like musicals, great. But some of it, the songs and things drag on. Let me put this out there. I am a Matchbox 20 fan. But if I had to hear Push one more time,
Please, just once more, please.
like it went on a little long. There's the part where the Kens dance near the end that drug on, like some of that, the jokes and everything, I think it was overdone a little bit because it's trying to be like a musical, and that sometimes it's a little more over the top in musicals.
Maybe. I can see what you're saying.
No, he doesn't.
All these reviews were just like, oh, they make so horrible of men and everything. I'm sorry, the women didn't look good either. I'm like, who are you trying to raise up in this thing? I mean, they all just look. I felt for all of mankind.
Mankind.
If that's what she
Well,
was going for, hey, you nailed it with me.
In all honesty, I think so. Yeah, to go back to the messages in the movie, I think a lot of what was out there, in the media of people that were raising huge issues about a lot of it that had issues with the messages. Like, I think they either are trying to get people to watch their stuff, is what I would say, number one, or they didn't watch the movie. One of the two. I think yes, there's a few areas where maybe the messaging was a little, but I think overall it had some really good messages, and you saying that kind of, was kind of making the point that and even kind of says in there, humanity's messy and kind of screwed up and not fun, and especially right now. But I appreciated the messaging that it wasn't just. I appreciated the messaging that it went through the many stages
we've kind of gone through in this country with feminism and trying to understand, women's rights, men's rights, not leaving people out, making sure everybody's seen, everybody's included. I thought it made some.
Sorry, you were saying?
It's like it's some's nuanced and some is hits you right over the head. So, but I don't know. I still liked it quite a bit as far as the messaging for me.
A lot of the times I heard you laughing, I totally missed the punchline because I was. But Kate McKinnon, she did a good job as the weird.
Yeah.
However, though, there at the end with her way she looked, it just made me go. You know me, I'm always recasting the movie.
Yeah.
So, because of her name, for crying out loud, you got to have Pink.
Oh yeah, that would have been
like
good.
Pink,
Yeah,
and
that would have been good. Yeah, and I think overall, I mean, I give everybody a lot of credit that I think they did a very good job as far as the acting across the board.
I think Michael Cera's character, Alan, stole the movie.
Oh, absolutely,
He stole the movie.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is, like, I kind of like that Alan was thrown in there that was basically kind of to give that nod that it's like, well, not everybody's like a Ken. It's like those are the little touches that I liked. That it's like that was one of the points it was trying to make. And yes, he was very enjoyable to watch with all of the ways, all the things he did, all the jokes he made. Yeah, he did a great job in this. Absolutely.
For me, my final thoughts is I think this was a good one-time viewing. I enjoyed it, but there's no way I'll be sitting down to watch it again anytime soon. But yeah, go ahead and watch it. And just realize it's a long movie. And I guess on that note, I will say my score was straight up 50.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Not that I'm surprised. Not that hasn't come across in your review. Very, very funny because we have very different takes to a certain extent. Yeah. For me, this is one that I will go out and watch again and again. It is one that I will probably buy as well. I did like it that much. Even with the parts, because once I buy it and have it at home, I can fast forward through the Will Ferrell parts. But so as far as my score, I gave it a 75 out of 100. Once again, has some pacing issues. Some jokes go on a little long, but I really appreciated the message. So,
Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye.